Hey everyone, hope you are doing well. Let's talk about Rumble. So this is a big month for Rumble, and I made a video a few weeks ago about Rumble. Maybe I can't remember now, but on the 27th of this month, Rumble will be releasing their fourth quarterly for last year, the 2023. So this will be telling us how Rumble ended the year, and Rumble had a very mixed up year with quarterlies. It made money and lost money. The last quarterly that they did have, their third quarter, they beat. They did good, but their first two were bad. So they do have and this is kind of goes for every company. So like the last two quarterlies for every company, like, at the end of the year, companies usually make them because that's where people spend more money, especially going into the holidays. We should see Rumble do well on this quarterly. Their last December quarterly, at the end of the year quarterly, what I'm saying here, they did good. So we are expecting things to be good here because the company has been announcing things here. Obviously, the partnership with Barstool Sports, I can't talk now. And then, just they've talked about there's been a lot more people subscribing to Rumble. We know Rumble has been growing. They've been growing in cash. They've been growing in numbers. And it's just becoming a more well-known platform. So this is really going to define where Rumble's going to go here the next few months in this year. And, obviously, I don't want to go over all this again because I talk about it probably way too much. But Rumble is attached to, how should I say this? It is attached to Trump Mania right now. I would even go so far to say that Rumble is more of a obviously free speech platform. You can do things and say things over there that you cannot do on YouTube. It's just different over at Rumble. It is more of a conservative right-wing media group over there at the moment, more of a boys club over there, and that's totally fine, and that stuff is over there. But things with Rumble this year could really heat up with this general election. So that is why a lot of people are very interested in Rumble right now. And I've got to be honest, obviously, I think at this point, but I am an investor in Digital World Acquisition. Obviously, at the end of this month, we're hoping for the deal to happen. That'll kind of give us some more of a guidelines where Digital World / True Social is going to go here. But Rumble is really the one that, I feel like could be the black horse in the back coming up here, that it could really do some damage to numbers in a good way and what people's expectations are, where it could really hurt some bears. Because it's a well-established platform right now. It's growing. The fact that they did make this partnership with Barstool Sports is fantastic. I've made a channel over at Rumble, and I'm really learning a lot about it. I like how it is. Obviously, there's a lot of kinks and things. And it's not, I will admit, it's not as smooth as YouTube. It's not there yet. But in so many ways, it's a very new company, a new platform. Obviously, it's been around for a while. So, the person that's going to come on here and tell me that, I know that, but what I'm saying, YouTube is so far ahead. It's kind of like saying like Tesla and, like a new EV company that's coming up pretty fast. There's really no comparison at the moment. So Rumble being where it's at right now, with the last quarterly being good, we expect this quarterly to be good. We could see Rumble really do some moving up here, and I am curious to see if it's going to leapfrog. Obviously it's like in the same week, the Digital World True Social deal will be closing the same, fingers crossed, will be closing the same week as quarterly is coming out for Rumble here, kind of announcing what they're going to do. So that could build some more momentum on Rumble here, really spicing up here. So obviously the stock's going to more than likely go up here, just on what we know, what always happens with companies that are expect to release good quarterlies, it's going to move up. Now, will it finally hit this $10 mark? I don't know. It's really hard to judge right now in the market. I got to be honest, the only real stocks that are moving right now are AI stocks. They're still moving. In crypto, a lot of stocks that have been even coming out with good quarterlies this year have not been doing well. People are just like not putting their. I think there's a large group of investors that are just not putting money into stocks right now, as crazy as that sounds, at least for the long run. We're seeing good numbers, but most of it is coming from the AI sector. I mean, Palantir's taken off again, Nvidia, all these things again. And then, we've got all the meme coins and Bitcoin. So those are just the main focus of the market right now, and companies that we have seen release good quarterlies, like SoFi, Fubo. There's a handful of others. They're not producing numbers. They're just not. They're just dead in the water. They're just sitting where they're sitting, and it's just, like they should grow, but they're just not getting attention right now. So that's kind of where I go, like with Rumble, like there's two things happening. Yes, it's coming out with its quarterlies that should be good here, we're hoping. There's a strong buy rating on it. People are, saying hold and buy. Not that stuff really matters, but it's in the atmosphere of it. And then obviously we have the Trump train that it is somewhat attached to, riding that. So, and with the deal happening here with True Social and these two kind of being linked, I do suspect this to move up a little bit here. And where we've been at with the stock, obviously, it's been back and forth. If you've been trading this, man, you've been making some crazy money, because this thing has been pretty much back and forth from a mid 7 to, a high 6 here. So it's been pretty easy to see what's going to happen here. It's been trailing down the past 30 trading days, but it's still not crazy, because just, 2 months ago, this thing was at $3. It wasn't even that long ago. So, if you were buying in then, even buying it at $4 at this point, you're still doing very well. It's compared to where a lot of stocks are right now. So, friends, I am staying in Rumble for the long run, unless something dramatic were to happen here, terrible. But, obviously, there's two big things that I'm looking at here with Rumble. A of all, yes, if you're going to be in something for the long run, you're going to want it to make money. We want to see Rumble making money. That's one of the main things. A company needs to make money. But the other thing too is that, it's the Rumble itself, the platform. What is Rumble gonna really start to look like here as it progresses into what it is? In Rumble, I hate saying this, but Rumble more than less right now is more like it's like a. If you haven't been on Rumble, you should check it out. It's fantastic. It's essentially just like another YouTube, but not as slick and not, like YouTube. It is more demographic towards like, podcasting and news and just people that like to go on there and talk junk. So if you like that, which I think most people do, it's for you. So it's not like a YouTube where there's going to be documentaries and all that kind of weird stuff. It's not there yet, which I hope it grows, and I hope it does what it does. It's found a lane right now, but my concern is that, like, how long is it going to take for it to really broaden its tentacles to where it really captures a lot more attention elsewhere, to where it can really bring in more people, because that's what you're wanting. You're not, obviously you want more investors in it, but you want more people using Rumble and downloading it and finding a home there, a place they like. And I've talked about this before. There's always a competitor to the top company. Apple will always have a competitor, Tesla will have a competitor, Amazon will have a competitor. There's always something that will come up out of the dark, no matter how many years it takes. Something will come up. We've seen that time and time again. Amazon, Walmart is now, it competes with Tesla, or it competes with Amazon. So there's just a lot of things like that. So friends, that is my spew right there on Rumble. Kind of keep it short and sweet. Be on the lookout. I would be honestly say that I would expect Rumble to take a little more damage here. The general market is kind of in this limbo phase right now, where everything's trying to find its mark where it's going to land. We saw some things come back today, but there's still some crazy deals out there right now with what things are priced. We saw things come back a little bit today, and then things dropped again. We still saw a sell-off today in the market. And some things are trying to rebound here, but even crypto, It obviously is playing long ball into the night here where it's moving up. Shiba is back and forth with what it's doing, and Dogecoin, all the coins, and if anybody that's trading in those, I do expect that we will see these coins take off again, that we're going to see something here sooner than later with these coins where they're going to have another run. It may be a month from now, but these coins are going to do something big here this year. I fully expect that because I've already been through a bull market with these coins, and I think this one's going to be even bigger. So friends, thank you so much for being here. I will be back talking about something tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Obviously, just, Digital World acquisition, Trump wrapped up. He won pretty much all the states. Nikki Haley's out, so it's obviously at this point it's going to be Trump and Biden going at it. Who knew? And I'm excited for the end of this month to see what's going to happen with the deal. And still no news about the rumors of about the Trump situation, about diluting the stock. Nothing new has come up here. And yes, there was sell-off in the stock today, but the main thing is here, if you're going to hold it, you've waited all this time, you should probably, really know what's coming here towards the end of the month. That's probably where the biggest numbers are going to come in here, is at the end of the month when we see Digital World and True Social finally merge, connect, paperwork's done, and the deal is done. And that's where you really need to think about where you want to go. I did say this in the Digital World acquisition video, I think last night when I made one. I said, there's probably going to be a really big push here when the deal, if it does happen, that 24-hour period when the deal does happen, and then there's probably going to be a massive sell-off. I mean, a massive sell-off, to where people will come back eventually and get back into it. But I do think the stock is going to go a little bananas, at least till November, just off of hype and people pushing it and using it as a stock to make money off of. Friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.